x equals 3 times the absolute value of x minus 2. Before I do any of these top blanks, I'm going to start with the transformations. We have only 2 transformations, so I'm just going to list those out right here. The first transformation that we have is we have to talk about that 3 in the front. We know that's an A value. So since it's an A value, I know it's either going to be a vertical stretch or a vertical compression. I know it's a vertical stretch because it's greater than 1. So I'm going to write VS, just those initials. And then remember, you have to start telling me what the factor is. So we need to write by a factor of, and then it's just a 3. So by a factor of 3, because that is what the A value is. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is that minus 2 at the back. That is going to be your K value. And remember, that is a vertical shift down 2 units. Okay, so one more blank I automatically know, guys, is the domain. Remember, it's always negative to positive infinity. And then we're also going to fill in the y-intercept and the range on this one after we graph it. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I need to graph is I need the vertex. You always start with the vertex. If you notice in between the absolute value bars, there's nothing being added or subtracted, which means the H value is 0. So the vertex has an H value of 0, but it does have a K value. That negative 2 at the end, that's your K value. So that's the first thing I'm going to plot. So the first thing that I'm going to plot is at 0, negative 2, which is stuck right on the y-axis. And before I go too far, I'm going to go ahead and draw my axis of symmetry, because I'm going to just use symmetry to find some symmetrical points that make my V shape. So I definitely want that on there. All right, guys, so here we go. We are going to draw our little movement chart, figure out a couple of ordered pairs, and then we're going to use symmetry to make sure that we have 5 dots on our grid. All right, so again, our vertex is right here at 0, negative 2. I'm going to move a couple of spaces to the left, maybe 2 places to the left. So I'm going to write a negative 2 right here. And then remember, you're going to take the absolute value of negative 2, and you're going to multiply it by an A value. You have an A value in this example. So the numbers are going to change over here for sure. Okay, so speaking of that A value, I know that A value is a 3. It's going to be 3 times the absolute value of 2, absolute value of negative 2. And that's going to tell me how many to go up or how many to go down. So remember, the absolute value of negative 2 is just 2. And then 2 times 3 is what I put there, which is just 6. Yeah. All right. So guys, this time, from the origin, go 2 places to the left from the vertex. 2 places to the left. And this time go 6 units up. So you're going up quite a bit. And now, let's grab a point over here on the right side. So, I don't know, let's move 3 places to the right of the vertex. So remember, you had an A value of 3. We're taking the absolute value of 3, because that's how many we're moving to the right. And the absolute value of 3 is 3. 3 times the A value of 3. Just a 9. So this time, go back to your vertex. Go 3 places to the right, because I wrote a positive 3 right there. 3 paces to the right. 1, 2, 3. And then 9 places up. And then, by the way, if you look on that calendar, what's happening on Friday? Quiz is correct. And you will have to graph this stuff on your quiz, and you guys have to show at least 5 dots, at least 5 ordered pairs. Right now I only have 3, but to get 2 more dots, y'all, I'm just going to use the axis of symmetry. I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to use the axis of symmetry. So see this dot right here? That's 2 places away from the axis of symmetry. So I'm just going to go 2 places in the other direction because that's the other symmetrical dot. Same way with this ordered pair we found over here on the right side. This ordered pair is 3 places away from the axis of symmetry. So my new ordered pair is going to be right there, 3 places in the opposite direction. So grab your straight edge and connect your dots, make your V, draw your arrows, make it as neat as you can, and make sure you use the entire space of the graph. So let's talk about the Y-intercept. The Y-intercept is right here. We even put a dot on it. It's HK. So guys, please recopy that ordered pair right here for the Y-intercept. And then your range, if you guys scan the graph from the bottom up, the lowest point of the graph is at -2. And when you scan to the top, you land on up arrows. So your range is from